Because we speak of coming to Farragut, putting up a sense of community, a sense of place, we decided 35 North would work out because that's the exact coordinates that we're sitting at on this spot. We have food trucks that are going to be at our food bays every day. We'll have rotating 3 food trucks, but we also have a collector program of multiple different whiskeys and spirits.
The concept is very unique because you have, as you said, you kind of have bar, craft beer, but then it's a little bit of like a food court, right? You have different options that people, the food trucks that people can get their food from and then eat inside. What prompted that part of it? Because I find that really unique.
So my partners love food trucks. It's one of their favorite things to do. If you live in Farragut, you have to drive upwards of 30 to 45 minutes across town to get access to it. And up until this was even a dream, food trucks had a really hard time getting into Farragut. So they wanted to bring that here closer to home to the people that really crave it. It was just something that wasn't available here. There's so many different cuisines that we're working with, from Greek to Japanese, Cuban. We have a Southwestern cuisine with us this evening. Just a little bit of a variance from your typical restaurants that you have here in the local area.
Was there anything about Knoxville that made it more attractive for something like this?
I think it's just close to home. And, our partners live here. It's something that Farragut can need. Instead of taking the venture to try to go open up in a big city, they said, why not open up in Knoxville? It's an up and coming food scene. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we're really going to see it become one of the next food meccas of the US.
Lots of folks don't think about Knoxville as being a foodie town, but it actually is. And I think places like this will help further that reputation and put it on the map even more. This is a very unique concept. Has it been tried anywhere else?
To our knowledge, this has never been done anywhere else before. There's been blends of bars and a food truck, but from what we know, no one's actually gone out and set in stone, let's open up a food truck emporium and then throw a craft bar in it. And so we currently have 94 whiskeys on the program with the goal to be at about 300 by the end of the year. We actually just secured, have you heard of Sweeten's Cove by chance? So Sweeten's Cove is by Peyton Manning. They actually released a couple thousand barrels. It's only released in very small batches in a couple states right now, and people are literally driving to Tennessee to see if they can find it. We just secured a couple bottles of that'll be going into our collection on Friday. So, we just wanted to bring everything together that we possibly could, and it just meshed.
The COVID-19 pandemic has been devastating for the restaurant industry. So while a lot of other people have either had to make cutbacks or unfortunately, tragically, sometimes closed permanently, you guys are opening a new business. I imagine there was some stress and a lot of things going through your mind as that process happened.
There was a lot of discussion about, do we continue on with the opening phase or do we actually close down and postpone until after the fact? After many, many weeks of discussion, we decided let's go forward with it. This is something that's been 2 years in the making, but more importantly, and I always say we're kind of an escape from COVID right now. It's such a large, expansive space. There's so many places for you to be. Inside you aren't crowded. We have over 100 seats outside, and really everyone just kind of needs a little bit of a light right now. We are working with renowned bartenders from the area, college students, basically everyone who can create that experience. Growing up, my father always said, it doesn't matter about what you can learn things down the road. It's about how you present yourself. And I'm working with a team of professionals to really just create the perfect experience for everybody.
Well, Ryan, thank you for your time. As I said, this is really an interesting concept, and I'm glad that you all picked Knoxville to do it first in.
We're happy to be here, and thanks for stopping by to see what we're doing.